moving into your first place and about to go make that first grocery trip to figure out what you want in your pantry? Are you starting to cook more and want to know what things to just keep on hand at all times to make cooking easier for you? Or are you starting to cook and you realize that your food is good, but it's just missing a little something extra that maybe your mom or your grandmother used? Well, in today's video, I'll be going over some pantry staples to just always keep on hand with Black cooking in mind. Hello and welcome back. My name is Jamila and I am a stay-at-home mom and homemaker, and I've created Black Homemaking to help other Black women like you grow in their Christian homemaking, in their families, and in hospitality. And so if you're interested in topics like these, please subscribe. So in a recent video, I was talking about how I want to get more systems in place in my home. And one thing that I already have kind of in place for my household is to just have certain things in the pantry at all times. It just helps so much with creating a meal on the fly. It just cuts down the mental load of having this long grocery list and having to pick up these things when you know that there's just certain things that you just like to have on hand at all times. And so starting out, I wanted to create just a comprehensive list of everything that I would like to keep in my pantry. And so if I notice that one of these things that I'm going to mention is running low, I will already go ahead and add it to the grocery list. For me personally, one little pro tip is like as I'm cooking, like I'll have a lot of things out at one time. But I'll make sure to set out that ingredient and I won't put it away until I've made a note somewhere and written it down like I need more of this, because I just know that I always want to have these things on hand. I don't ever want to catch myself without them. But then also knowing what things are your pantry essentials allows you to see, like when it's on sale, oh, let me go ahead and grab it, because it's like I know I'm going to use this because this is something I love to have in my kitchen. Now, I do just want to give a disclaimer that us as Black people are not all the same. We are not a monolith. We all cook differently. We use different seasonings. We may keep different things in our pantries. And so coming from my experience, I am a Black woman from the South. So that'll probably influence some of these things as well. But my goal today really is just to share some of the most popular pantry essentials that I've seen in Black cooking, whether that was from my own home or in the women around me or even online. So I'm hoping that this will just give you a good frame of mind to start with as you start to cook and notice what ingredients you prefer in your own cooking. And so just a little bit of a backstory. So when I was getting married, I was so blessed. I had so much community around me that different groups of people were throwing me bridal showers. And so for one of my last bridal showers, since I already had the traditional one where you get the things off of the registry and I was getting monetary gifts from other places, this last bridal shower had this unique idea. It was one of my mentors. She put this all together for me. She had all of the guests to bring pantry items that they felt like I should have on hand. And it just, oh my goodness, it was such a blessing to just have a starting place to start from. And I love that. And so if you're throwing a bridal shower for someone who's already had multiple showers and you want to do something unique, I think this is a great way to do that, because I think I had mentioned to her like maybe a week or two before that I had really never learned how to cook growing up. And that was something that I was looking forward to once I was married and had my own home. And so she took that and then like brought it to fruition by literally having these women stock my first pantry. And so I kind of want to do the same thing for you today. If you are just now getting into your own place, just now learning how to cook, wanting to cook more often, or that you're newly married and now you have your own home, I just hope that today's list will help you so much of knowing where to start and what ingredients you might want to use whenever you're trying to put things together. And I just want to let you know, do not freak out if your first grocery bill is so expensive. I know the first time when I went to the grocery store or even to Sam's to get some things in bulk, I was just astonished at the bill. I was like, oh my gosh, is this how much it's going to cost for groceries every week? No. No, do not worry about that. Your grocery bill should not be costing that much every single time. You're just having to buy everything for the first time because, things like baking soda and flour, like you're not getting that every single time you go to the grocery store. So it's just going to take that first time of buying it and then you'll have so many uses, but it can feel so expensive on that first trip. And so there's obviously a long list of things that you need to have in your pantry. But in this video specifically, I'm going to be highlighting the things that I feel like set us apart or make Black cooking unique as a culture. And because I cannot mention everything specifically in this video, I did go ahead and create a downloadable pantry staples list for you that just includes everything from flour to oil to butter, just everything that you will most likely need as you start cooking. But I've also included things like a grocery shopping list, a pantry inventory list so that you know what you have in there at all times, and then also an expiration list so that you know whenever things are about to expire soon. So I have just bundled that all together along with the pantry staples list and have that part of your home management all taken care of and easy to download. And so you can go ahead and check the description below on how to get that. So let's get into the video. Okay, so when it comes to your seasonings and spices, this is so important and so key when it comes to Black cooking. We are known for very seasoned, very flavorful food. And so this is a really huge thing that I would say sets us apart as a culture when it comes to cooking. And so when first starting out, these things are so essential. It's like if you didn't get any other seasoning on this list, like these are your go-tos. Like these are what you're gonna come back home to. Like you don't know what to do, start here. And so obviously you want to have salt, you want to have ground black pepper. Those are crucial. Honestly, buy these two first. Like, but then right after that, you need to have onion powder and garlic powder. These, I don't even know if they have like a word for this. Like, I don't know if this grouping of seasonings even has like a term, but just know these are essential. But there's one more, paprika. All of these work so well together. So you're just trying to season some chicken or maybe season some meat. This is what you're going to go back to. When in doubt, come back here. And so I have just included regular paprika, but you can always also include smoked paprika as well. So after you've gotten those essentials in your pantry, and those are just your core, you can add on these as well. So the next one is Lowry's. I grew up with this. You use it with fries. You can use it with frying chicken. Like use it in addition to seasoning meats and all that kind of thing. So this is just like something that you could possibly use in place of just regular salt. It's a seasoning salt, but it goes with a lot. And so these next two things are things that I found out for the first time at my bridal shower. And I'm just so thankful that this one sister blessed me with it because it literally is just so essential to have. Like if you're following a Black recipe online too, like you'll see these things used a lot as well. So one is Slap Your Mama Cajun seasoning, and then the other is Tony's Creole seasoning. These can add just a little bit of spice to whatever you're making, and it's just such a good flavor. But in my earlier days of cooking, I was trying to make some air fryer tilapia, and I was like, let me just add some Creole seasoning. Heavy hand, too much. My husband and I had to scrape the salt off to even be able to eat the fish. It was just so salty. So please look at the salt content, and I don't use an entire amount. Um, but just that little bit makes a huge difference and it's so good. And so the next seasoning is adobo seasoning. And I first found out about this when I was on a Friendsgiving trip. We had went to some cabins and so we all were splitting up the cooking, and so we had made some omelets and they made it with some adobo seasoning, and I was like, I need to keep this on hand at all times because when it comes to eggs, I do mainly just like salt and pepper, but when it comes to omelets, I love adding some adobo. So thank y'all. And so these next seasonings are ones that I don't necessarily use all the time, but I still like to have them on hand because they are just so unique and special in the way that they bring flavor to a meal. And so my next one is Old Bay seasoning. Anything seafood, this is just the perfect seasoning to go to. And then honestly, it's just such like a nostalgic, familiar flavor. Like, and odds are you know what this tastes like, even if you've never necessarily seen the bottle because it's so wide used and for good reason because it just tastes so good with seafood. And so the next one is lemon pepper seasoning. It really comes in handy when you're making maybe like wings or like chicken. I've even made like a lemon pepper salmon before. It's just a really good flavor to have on hand. I will just use the generic one that comes from the grocery store, but I have noticed that I love the flavor of the Badia. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. The Badia lemon pepper, it is so good. I did notice that if I were to buy it at Walmart, it was so expensive, but I went to like this other type of market in my area and it was way cheaper there. So if you do decide to get that, you might want to kind of look around because it was very expensive at Walmart for some reason. And so the last one is nature seasoning. My husband and I both grew up with it being used in our homes, and so it's a flavor that we really love. But I'm not really sure if a lot of people use this or if that's just something that we're both familiar with. But even now, we use it to sprinkle over our vegetables. Growing up, my dad would use it to season his turkey wings. Like, so we use it for a lot of things. But now we just mainly use it for like seasoning like canned green beans or something like that to just give it a little bit of flavor, quick, have on hand and use and make it taste a little bit better. And so those are the seasonings that I think are so essential for Black cooking. But if you think that I have forgotten anything or there's a seasoning that you love, please share it with us and leave it in the comments below. So now as we move on to sauces and condiments, you definitely want to have things like ketchup, mayonnaise, and mustard. But there's two other things that I would say that's pretty common when it comes to cooking in a Black family. And so the first one is hot sauce. We love this stuff right here. When I was preparing these ingredients for this video, I noticed that we have 3 of these, and I checked, and I don't think any one of them was expired. So I don't know how we've come into 3 of these, but I use it a lot when it comes to cooking soups, which is crazy, but it is just like a flavor enhancer. It gives that extra flavor without being like overtly spicy or anything. It just gives it that extra, and you don't even know what's in there. So yeah, and I know people have different preferences like Texas Pete or Louisiana hot sauce, or I know there's another one. So whichever hot sauce you prefer, I think just having hot sauce in your pantry is a good thing to have. Just throw like a little bit of extra something in there. Maybe it's your greens, maybe it's your soup like I just mentioned, but either way, whatever type of hot sauce you prefer, I would just say that try to have that. And the other sauce I would say to have is Worcestershire sauce. I know I probably mispronounced that, but I use this probably like every other week. It just really gives you that umami flavor. This is also like a flavor enhancer that I hear other people use a lot as well. And so this is just something else that I would try to keep on hand as well. And so aside from the other basic sauces and condiments, I think these are two that you should add to your list and just have on hand to add that extra flavor. And so when we move on to baking, you want to have sugar, brown sugar, all those things. But when it comes to Black cooking, I would recommend having these 2 ingredients on hand. Now, the irony is, I know I'm covering pantry staples and things that I keep on hand personally, but these next two are things that I do not personally keep on hand because I don't use them. But I know for Black households that I'm familiar with and people I've talked to, they do try to keep these things on hand because they use them a lot. But for me, I really don't use them because I don't cook with them at all. So the first thing is cornmeal. So I will use cornmeal if I'm making like salmon croquettes. But when it comes to like cornbread and things, I personally don't really like cornbread. I'm actually in the middle of trying to discover how to make a cornbread that I love because I have recently tried 2 Women's cornbread that is just delicious. And it's like nothing I've ever tasted before. But I'm still in the working process of that. So I really don't keep cornmeal on hand, but I know if you like to make cornbread, that's something to have. But then also shortening is something that I find other people use often, which is just like Crisco, just like a solid form of fat that people use in baking and like making homemade biscuits or like greasing their cake pans. Like there's a lot of uses for it, but me, I just typically will instead use lard, which is like an animal byproduct. But I know that a lot of Black households do use shortening. So if that's something that you think that you would like or something that you grew up with, you might want to include that one as well. This last pantry staple item is a dry good, and that is grits. But I will say grits are more of a Southern thing than it is a Black staple item, but I just love to have it on hand. And my family uses it throughout the week at random times. So I just want to have it in my pantry so we can always serve it up with some good biscuits and sausage. Ooh, and some eggs. So yes, grits are another essential. Like I mentioned earlier in the video, this is not an exhaustive list that has been covered in the video. I have created a separate list for that because I couldn't mention everything in the video. That just includes every single thing that you most likely will use often in cooking, and that is just helpful to have in your home without having to put it on the grocery list every time you feel like you need it. So if you do want that, I have created a full pantry list with some extra sheets to help you create a pantry household management system that works for you. So if you will, check the description box on how to get that. And if you enjoyed today's video, please like this video and leave a comment letting me know what are some of the top things that you have in your kitchen that you use all the time and always want to have in your pantry. And if you like more tips and resources like these, check out the blog at blackhomemaking.com. Stay blessed.